Uh, yeah. So I'm coming down off my 4th of July bender now. Feel like a freaking idiot. Could have been worse. I don't know, man. You really get kind of perspective, though, you know? And as I've gotten older, you know, I've gained perspective. And it's one thing that's made me so, you know, become so jaded and sad. Because you start to realize things. Start to realize things that when I was younger I didn't realize, you know? When I was younger, I really thought I had friends. I really thought that I had people all around me that loved and cared about me. Man. You know how good that feels? To believe in yourself and the people around you care about you and have your back. You don't even know. I mean, when you've got it, you don't even really appreciate it. Because you haven't ever known the absence of it. I don't know. When you come to realize that I don't know, the drinking, it's not good, but it's just, I don't know, I've come to a point in time where it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. I want to try and come up with a way to describe, like, why it is that I end up drinking. It's like, well, I'll tell you a thought I had the other day. It was the 4th of July, and I went out to do DoorDash. And I had already bought some beer, but I was going to go buy some, I went and bought some Smirnoff Ice stuff, too. And I remember thinking, you know, fireworks will be more impressive drunk or something. Of course, that's a stupid excuse, I guess, but I thought I would have more fun or something. So I'll tell you about the 4th of July. So on the 4th of July, I cooked up some mini brats, cheesy jalapeno brats, and I had some like Samuel Adams. And I invited a couple of the neighbors over by basically bribing them with mini brats and beers. Basically, because, well, let's be honest, I don't have any fucking real friends, do I? I don't even know if such a thing as real friends actually even exists, honestly. What exists is people who want your shit or who will put up with you long enough to, use you for some purpose or another. Basically, is what seems to be the case. I don't know, man. I don't know. They want your money, they want your beer, they want your food, whatever the fuck, right? Yeah. Or they want you to make a fool of yourself so they can be entertained by you, like a dancing clown or something. Dance, clown, dance. Yeah, right? You come to realize that that's pretty much all you are. Well, I mean, like back in grade school, right? I had all kinds of friends, I thought. When I was on the basketball team. Then I quit the basketball team, and seems like all my friends were gone all of a sudden. Yeah. Weird how that happened, huh? How when somebody wants something from you, they're all friendly, and then, yeah. Now I notice this. But I don't know, I guess I wanted to attempt to have a normal fucking holiday that wasn't shit. A damn holiday where I could believe that I had friends and that I could get along with somebody and shoot off some fireworks and have fun. Well, that didn't exactly really happen. At least not for long. I just got drunk as hell. Other people smoked a bunch of weed, and I went and shot fireworks off by myself when it got dark out. Had my old friends that I used to hang out with calling me up just because they wanted to sell me mushrooms, not because they wanted to fucking hang out. They knew I was drunk on the 4th of July and they wanted to get money out of me. So they tried to sell me some mushrooms. Paid double bonus. Get him high, maybe he'll overdose and die, and then we can laugh at him. Ha ha ha. Right? That's the kind of good friends I have, man. Nah, it sucks, it really does. That's one of the reasons I drink. Depression, but another is you learn things when you drink. You start to see how dark, how wicked the world really is. Because people think you're not going to remember, that you're not going to... So they start to show you their real face. They start to show you what they're really like when you're drunk. You start to see how cold and callous and nasty people can be. Yeah. I should have brought in my flat of water. Still shed. God, I gotta freaking bug bomb this place. Fucking ants. Crazy. Shitloads of ants just walking across the fucking floor there. But no, man, I had, on the 4th of July or something, I had multiple people calling me up just trying to fucking get me to buy drugs or something. You know, that's not happening, right? Hell, I almost bought some mushrooms. Almost, but I didn't. I'm like, shit, I don't have any money. Sorry. But really, I don't think it would be such a good idea, honestly. I don't think it's a good idea to get fucked up any more than I already was. Like, it's bad enough. Shouldn't be drinking to begin with, obviously. I mean, that's fucking stupid. But getting fucking high and even more stupid, you know? It is. Nah, man, and I could see like a total... Well, I mean, I could recognize it within myself, but you really start to see it in other people, too. The more you get away from it, you kind of back away from it. And you can see, like, the... People talk like weed is this, you know, peace and love, happy, happy, joy, joy kind of thing. Like, oh, just smoke weed and chill, man. Like it's some kind of good thing. Like it, you know, peace, love, and harmony or some shit, right? It's bullshit, man. Potheads and fucking dudes doing mushrooms and pot and stuff like that are some of the most sadistic, evil fucking pricks you could ever fucking want. Yeah. You see some guy stoned sitting there giggling. But what you didn't know is he's giggling because he's thinking about what your head would look like if he was, like, carving it into, you know, he's thinking about how he's, like, fantasizing about, like, stabbing you in the head and, like, fucking carving your brain up into soup or something. He's like, pretty much, right? Yeah, dude. Weed is not... It's like a... It's the devil's lettuce is what it is. That's what the fuck it is. Straight up. It's made out to be this, like, you know, happy, peaceful, peace-loving, fucking chill sort of thing, but, like, I don't think I've been around so many stoners, man, and they all have this, like, sort of intense darkness lurking, just, yeah. Then you smoke some, and then they end up having to smoke more and more and more to try to get yourself to chill out. And you don't have any, and you get all fucking enraged and pissed off. Yeah. I don't know. I would like to just get completely sober and stay that way. The thing is, man, it's like I feel like I am surrounded by darkness. Like I have to get, like, in order for me to even be able to pretend like there's anybody to spend time with or anything to do, where I'm not just going to be surrounded by darkness and danger in this world, I gotta basically be drunk. Or something. Because reality is fucking dark and fucked up, man. And damn near everybody is fucking high on something, or drunk or something or other, you know? There's almost no such thing as sobriety in existence anywhere. Like, you could walk into a fucking AA meeting and 3/4 of the people in there are on fucking Zoloft and Xanax and God knows what else, right? Xanny out of their fucking minds, right? Happy pills or something, bro. Yeah. Everywhere you go, it's like that. There is no, like, there's hardly anyone in this fucking world that's like actually conscious. And you think so, really? Well, explain fucking politics and war and so on and so forth. Then, do you think people are fucking conscious? Or how it is that an entire society has been convinced to believe that pieces of paper blotted with ink are fucking money, right? I mean, seriously, how fucked is that? How fucking unconscious do a people have to be to let the entire world get taken over by a group of people with who print out counterfeit fucking money and pass it off as the real thing, and are able to buy the entire world and everyone in it and everything in it for pieces of paper that they printed out? How fucking unconscious does a civilization have to be for that to occur, really? I hate that I'm stuck in this world, having to live like this, having to, chase, having to put in so many hours working to try to stack this fucking paper, or these digits in my fucking digital bank account or whatever, so I can fucking just so I can have somewhere to sleep. Because you can't even eat, you can't even have anywhere to sleep. You can't have anywhere to keep your stuff if you're not paying and paying and paying and paying. It's so fucking screwed up, man. it's kind of fucked living in a world like the way it is now, like with the realizations I have now, the experience I have now. Like, I mean, the stuff that makes life worth living, that makes you want to stick around, is, love, friendship, you know, the good things in the world. What are you supposed to do when you don't believe in that shit anymore? When you think quite possibly it's all bullshit, you know? I mean, seriously, there's like homeless people all over the streets in the millions. And we live in a world that's so fucking cold and callous that the people just continue to be without homes, without just basic fucking... In what was the richest country in the world, are just people homeless everywhere, right? And people who work that can't afford to fucking live. And there's not even enough people that even notice or give a shit about this to do anything about it. How fuck is that? You got fucking parents that abandon their children, leave them to sleep on the fucking streets. Aunts, uncles, mothers, fathers, abandoning their children. People abandoning their brothers and sisters, their cousins. You know? How fuck is that? I mean, we're seriously screwed right now, man. I don't even know if people comprehend at all how fucking screwed we are now. Because of how cold and heartless the world has become, how cold and heartless people have become, how fucking self-centered and fucking callous and cold people have become. I mean, for fuck's sake, even the churches, man. I'm out dashing or whatever. I'm driving all over town, you know. I drive past this. There's there's like multiple churches that have like a gated parking lot. They've got a parking lot where like literally about 100 people could probably park. They have it gated off with no trespassing signs because they want to make sure that the homeless don't have anywhere to park their car. Another parking lot over by the, Pizza Hut and Little Caesars. Huge, massive parking lot from this massive church. They're fucking posting signs up on people's cars and having their cars towed. Yeah. They're so following the example of Jesus and everything, right? That they're gonna have homeless people's cars fucking towed if they try to sleep in their gigantic parking lot. I mean, we're literally talking about like a Walmart parking lot. The place used to be a Walmart. Yeah. Huge. I don't know, man. It seems to me like the whole world has been taken over by some sort of extreme darkness. I blew money on some fireworks because I don't know, I miss the holidays. It's hard. It sometimes when I think about shit, like, it's hard not to like break down and fucking cry or something almost over it, because I really did used to love the holidays. But I believed in I mean, there seems to be this big lie, right? The lie that's sold to us by the world when we're kids and stuff. There's these lies, these things that we're led to believe. We're led to believe in love, that there's this well, yeah, to believe in love and friendship and family stick together, and all this kind of stuff, all this, that we're part of something bigger than ourselves, and that we're like this big extended family and people that we all love each other and look out for each other. And it just isn't true. In large part, it's not. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist out there to some extent, but for the most part, this is a dark and cold fucking world, man. Filled with callous, heartless fucking people. Monsters, basically. It's a fucking monster factory. The more cold, callous, and heartless, more of a monster you become, the better shot you've got at getting by in this world, basically. Which is fucking screwed up, man. I don't know. God damn, it sucks, man. Like, cause I always get fucking depressed and end up wanting to drink on the fucking holidays, because I used to really like the holidays, and now the holidays break my fucking heart, because I know that they're all basically, it's all a big fucking lie. It's a big, huge fucking lie. You know? It's all based on fucking lies, basically, Yeah. cares? I try to get myself sobered up, go out and work to try to make money. And that just seems fucking empty and pointless. I mean, what am I working so hard for so I can stay living and... I mean, the place... This place is a fucking shithole. It's a nightmare. It's a goddamn hellscape. That's where I'm living. I'm living in fucking hell, basically. And I'm sick of it. Darkness within my... I don't want to fucking... I feel stupid for drinking, I really do. I feel like a fucking idiot for drinking. And at the same time, it's like... The alternative is to just, soberly go through this world, and I just have to chase down the money, basically, so I can have the money to pay and pay and pay, because there's always some fucking parasitic fucking vampires waiting to suck money out of me until I don't have any left, basically. And then they'll be demanding money anyways. It's just... We live in a world where people are not seen to have any intrinsic value save the money that they give you or whatever, basically. Or the service they provide you or whatever, right? And my dad could say he loved me and cares about me and all this shit, but at the end of the day, if I run out of money and I end up fucking sleeping under a bridge somewhere, is he gonna give me a place? Is he gonna fucking offer up a room for me to stay? I fucking doubt it, right? And even if he did, there'd be some kind of fucking, he'd just want to use me as a slave labor or something, probably, and I'm fucking tired of being alone. Need to get a girlfriend or something. But it's like... I don't know, that's hard to do because they all have this... super independent streak, right? And for the most part, they're just kind of riding the cock carousel, let's be honest. And I don't know, I want something real. How I've become so jaded is just the experiences I've had in my life. I don't know what the hell I was thinking drinking like that. Again. Stupid. Fucking 4th of July and the day after, just drunk as hell. I got up in the morning yesterday, went and bought more beer at like, I don't know, 9:30 in the morning or something, 9:30, 10 something like that. Stupid. Oh, I don't know, man. Fell in with I don't know, man. The truth of the matter is, when I'm sober, when I'm completely sober, I see pretty fucking clearly that I don't have any real goddamn friends. Nobody's around, when I'm sober. The only way I have fucking people around hang around me or something is if I got beer or weed or something. for the most part. I don't know, man. I guess a part of that is just the realization, or rather, maybe it's negative thinking on my part, feeling that, you know, when I'm sober, I'm clear headed enough to realize that nobody gives a fuck about me. Right? And then I gotta be drunk or high or something to hallucinate thinking that somebody gives a fuck at all. Or to hang out with people so I can pretend that I have fucking friends. You know? Until the illusion fades or whatever. Fuck. Well, that's part of it. Another part is just that, like, you know, I feel like an idiot after drinking, and it's like, it, you know, that feeling like an idiot for drinking or whatever never really goes away. You say something dumb when you're drunk or whatever, and it just hangs in the air forever, it seems like, you know. Like you can never live it down. You be sober for 10 years or some shit, and hey, remember that stupid thing you did when you were drunk? Ha ha ha. Right? You know? No, it's like that. What the fuck is that movie? Um, with the. It's got the Rock, you know, Dwayne the Rock Johnson and that comedian guy or whatever in it. And like when he was in high school, he was like fat, and the jocks like grabbed him and dragged him out of the shower naked and shoved him out in front of the whole fucking school, and everyone makes fun of him and stuff, you know. And it's like fucking, you know, something like 20 years later or some shit, and he's completely transformed, you know. But everyone still treats him and looks at him like he's just that, you know, fat nerd from high school or whatever kind of thing. It's kind of like that with the. I got my own fucking. I have my own like high school fucking thing. Something that happened. It was freshman barbecue, right? I met this dude, started talking. Seemed like, you know, probably popular. Would have ended up being a popular kid at school or whatever, right? And I bought the. There was this place that used to. There used to be this convenience store over by the Boys and Girls Club across from it. It's where the basketball court is now. There used to be this convenience store, and they sold these. You could get 3 hot dogs and a large soda for like $1.25. So I ate these hot dogs. I was drinking my big soda, and we walked miles across town to the high school for the freshman barbecue. It was hot out, and soda sloshing around in my stomach and stuff. I get there, and I start talking to this beautiful girl. Everything, you know, things are going good. Probably would have ended up with this, you know, beautiful girlfriend and everything, probably. thing, it seemed like things were really hitting off. Like I was probably going to end up being like a popular kid or something kind of thing right off the bat. And then I get sick to my stomach. And I'm trying to get away from people, but I was getting popular and it's like they liked me. So I try to get away from them because I've got to throw up. They follow me. So I throw up in front of everybody. And then even, a couple years later, I go watch a football game at the high school, and I run into that girl and her friends and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, hey, I remember you. Are you that guy that threw up at the freshman barbecue?" Yeah. It's like that. That's what it's like being a drunk or something, You can stop being a drunk, but you'll never stop being a drunk in the eyes of other people that you've been drunk around in years past, As far as they're concerned, you're always going to be a drunk, whether you are or aren't. So you might as well be a drunk, I guess. I don't know. Nah. I don't know. I feel like a fucking idiot. I do. I get sobered up and I feel stupid for drinking, but then it's like, one thing that gets me is these fucking holidays just never stop. There's never a time when you don't have some other goddamn holiday coming up, or some fucking special event, or some bullshit that draws in a huge crowds of people, and you gotta deal with all kinds of bullshit because there's some special event. Oh, there's a special football game. Oh, there's a fucking concert. Oh, there's this. Oh, there's a fucking... Christmas, New Year's, fucking 4th of July, whatever the fuck, right? One thing after another, after another, after another, and it never fucking ends. Non-stop commercialism, non-stop fucking crowded bullshit, non-stop just shit that you have to deal with. And this shit, it makes me want to fucking drink, because I just kind of want to check out, I don't want to fucking deal with it. It's depressing. I don't know, man. Like, I used to have fun when I was a kid and stuff, and now it's like I'm not allowed to have fun anymore or something, or like, I don't know. Like, fun is just too goddamn time consuming and expensive or something. Or the only way to have fun like I did when I was a kid is to get fucking drunk or something. Seems like. Get drunk and hang out with fucking total strangers because I ain't got no real fucking friends anywhere. Basically. It's about impossible to fucking make friends. To make new friends. Especially sober. Like, God, I don't even know how the fuck to manage that. And there seems to be this, like, extreme form of hypocrisy when it comes to that sort of thing, too, right? You get, like, everyone is super judgmental about the drunk, basically. Like, you're just a worthless piece of shit in their eyes, and they're all fucking high as a kite in the meantime, right? Baked out of their skulls, or high on fucking pharmaceutical pills, or some other shit, right? And they just never fucking come down, I might get drunk and act like an ass for a couple of days. And then it's out of my system, and I'm fucking thinking clear again. and they're still fucking high, and I'm the bad guy, right? Most people are fucking high on something 24/7. I get drunk for 2 or 3 days or something, be sober for 7, 8, 9, 10 days or something in a row. Or whatever, right? I don't know, man. Maybe I just don't have fucking social skills, you know? I don't know. I get drunk, I get fucking delusional and cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs or something, you know? Sure as hell don't need to be fucking smoking a bunch of weed or any shit like that. With too many fucking like delusional fantasies mixing up dreams with reality and fucking shit like that, you know? Crazy. I don't know, man. I think everybody's kind of nuts one way or the other, you know? Basically. Just most people are dead set on pretending like they're not. World's a fucking mental asylum, basically. Where, like, you know, the power structure that you know, dominates the world gets to decide what's considered sane or not sane, and what's sane is whatever best serves the interests of the power of the ones in power, you know. So it's perfectly sane and rational to head overseas and kick people's doors in and empty a machine gun into them or something, but that's, yeah, as long as you're doing it in a special uniform costume that you get, you know, that's rational and sane and perfectly fine. Right? The quote by, what is it, John Lennon? I think the world is ran by insane people for insane objectives, and I'm liable to be put away as insane for saying it. John Lennon. I don't know, man. I think there is a better part of human nature that exists on some level within everyone, to a greater degree in some people. A part of human nature where there still is true love, and people actually care about one another. But we live our lives in such a way, we live in a world that's so false and so demanding of our time, and that demands that we, behave in a certain manner, that we do certain things, and it puts us in a position where there's just not time for the better part of our nature to take hold. We're surrounded by so much darkness and so much corruption, and forced to comply and capitulate, forced to participate and to be a part of the society that's ruled by evil, that it corrupts each and every one of us. And if you can't afford to get away from, I mean, you got to get away from it, you just got to get away from it. The society that we live in now, especially in the cities, is so dark. There's so much, like, darkness here. That we just have to get away from it. I can't hardly stand this shit anymore, man. One of the things that leads me to drink is just, besides dealing with, hundreds of flavors of crazy or whatever, basically, in this, there's so much weird shit going on, like in my day-to-day life. When I go out, to be completely stone sober, there's just weird shit going on. And I gotta, and it's like the darkness is out on display, too, everywhere. It's like, the circuses come to town and it never leaves. And the only way to try and get away from the circus is if you just have to get out of town, run away, and you drive for hundreds and hundreds of miles from one circus to another, to another, to another. The circus goes on and on. You gotta find yourself out in nature, out in the forest. You try to run away and try to hide from the circus, and the circus follows you everywhere you go. Yeah, basically. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with my life. I don't want to be homeless, but at the same time, it's like, I have to get out of here. There's got to be somewhere that's not so fucking dark and corrupt. Somewhere that's not so fucking crazy. Maybe in the south somewhere. I don't know. Maybe it's better in the south. I don't know. Living in the Northwest here, it's just gone completely insane. I see shit every day that, like, if me and my friends when I was a kid had seen something like the sort of shit that I see every day, it'd be the sort of thing you'd be talking about for 20 years or something, you know? You'd be like, hey, remember that time a UFO fucking landed in the backyard? Yeah, that was crazy, man. You know, hey, remember that time you saw fucking Bigfoot? Like that level fucking crazy shit is like an everyday occurrence. It's just non-stop fucking crazy. And the only way to fucking avoid that level of crazy is just to not go outside. To just lock yourself in a fucking room and not go anywhere, basically. I can only do that for so long. At some point, I gotta clear my head and I gotta go out into the world and I gotta chase that money, chase that paper. Because the paper rules my life. You can't even have fucking basic shelter or, you know, etc. without. It seems so fucking unnatural, you know? It's like, I mean, the paper chase, the way the humans are living nowadays, you know? The financial system, it's like imagine if all the squirrels had to get jobs, right? Like, imagine how weird that would be, right? If, like, all the squirrels now were required to pay rent to live in a tree or whatever, right? And they weren't allowed to gather nuts and you know, gather for, you know, food or what, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, imagine how fucking weird that would be, right? To be a squirrel and you have to get up at like 5 a.m. to go work at Burger King or something, right? I really feel like humanity is in that position to where, like, it's so fucking unnatural, so far away from, like, the way that we were meant to live, that it's every bit as ridiculous as, like, if you, like, try to visualize this. You go to McDonald's, right? And there's a fucking squirrel there asking if you would like fries with that, right? And you go to a gas station, there's a squirrel outside. Would you like to pump your gas? You know, right? Like, just try to visualize, get a mental image of this, right? Squirrels just in the workplace, right? And how fucking weird and that would be, right? Well, I think that is basically as crazy as that would be, is as crazy as it is for human beings to live this way. Basically. We've been like, we're an enslaved species, man. We're like a fucking plow horse or something, you know? born with a yoke on our back. I mean, really, what the fuck are we doing? Hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years of this shit. This whole society around us, all these things that have been built, you know? Like, how much more shit do we need, really? How much more shit do we need? How many more fucking plasma, flat screen plasma TVs do we need to build? How many more fucking microwaves do we need to produce? Seriously, how many more? How many? When will it be enough? When will it be enough? Do we need to have like 1,000 microwaves for every person alive on the earth? Or 10,000? 100,000? How many do we fucking need? Do we each need to have 500,000 microwaves maybe? Like, will that be enough? I saw this movie, it's called Upside Down, right? Man, it's hot out. Shit. Feel that fucking heat just coming in the window. Like, damn, felt like a breeze blowing. Yeah, it's fucking hot out. Okay, anyways. So yeah, the premise of the movie is that there's like a mirror of Earth that's up above the Earth, right? And in that world, those people are like, they're like all special and important, and they just live in like paradise kind of shit, right? And the world below, all the people in that world basically are like, it's like this world. They just work like slaves to produce shit to produce the shit for the world up above, right? Like, yeah, it would have to be some shit like that, right? Like the amount of crap that we're producing here. It's like, who are we making all these fucking TVs for? We're making more of everything than we could ever possibly use in 100 or 1,000 generations. So, who the fuck are we making all this shit for? All right then.